YouTube, welcome to episode 9 of Ruiners. I'm your host, Rob, sitting here with Eric.
Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about two things. One thing is what we always talk about is Walking Dead. The newest episode, Welcome to the Tombs, was an amazing episode.
Yes, it was.
Lots to talk about. Loads, actually, as you said in our text messages.
Loads.
We text each other. Whoa, that was weird. Yeah, lots to talk about. Okay, let's just get right into the episode. So go ahead and give me your rating and just a quick thing, quick review what you thought about it.
I definitely think it got a solid 9 out of 10 in terms of the season. You know, again, going back even a couple episodes, how that one episode was just the peak of the whole deal. I mean, this was a really close second of the season, of the second part of the season. I wrote on my notes, this episode should have been entitled Moral Dilemmas, because you had Rick and Merle both kind of figuring out, what am I going to do? You have Rick trying to figure out, am I going to deal with Michonne?
Yeah.
Then you had Merle, who actually took action, takes Michonne, but then lets her go.
Lets it go, yeah.
And then
change of heart.
And he had a change of heart. And then, of course, it ends with him going and starts popping the governor's guys, and stuff. Well, that's not how it ends, because we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, we will.
But really good. What did you...
I gave it an 8.5. Just because there's just a few little things that we won't get into that just irked me. But other than that, well, one of the big ones was Dead Lori was back.
Yep.
Or Ghost Lori, as we called her. I don't.
Yeah, you keep going.
I just really, and the viewers that watch know that I just really didn't care for Ghost Lori. And the fact that she came back and was distracting Rick again at such like a crucial time, I just didn't think it was necessary. But yeah, I did like Merle really threw everyone for a loop. He kept saying, I'm looking for meth, which I think in the beginning he might have been. And then after he had his meeting with Rick, it turned into, he's gearing up to take Michonne in and do his dirty work. Which, actually, let's just get into this first question that I had about the episode. Do you think he was actually going to turn her in? Or do you think he had that plan all along that he was going to take the guys out and he wanted her to help? Because when he let her go, it was kind of like, you know what, you want to go? Go. It wasn't like, you deserve this, go for it.
Are you talking about Merle letting her go? Yeah,
Merle letting Michonne go.
I think, that's a good question. I think that he was along the way. I think he just kind of was having that moral conflict. And what am I going to do? And he just got to the point where it's like, you know what, I just got to go handle my business without dealing with you. I think that you would be better off with Rick and helping out. I think for him it was a suicide mission.
Okay.
Merle going back, he was going to go back. If you think about it, he would go back and deliver Michonne, and the governor's going to kill Merle.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought. I was like, what? That was like one of my things in the beginning when I was like, why is he doing this? Like, there's no way he's going to make it out. Like,
exactly.
There's no way. And so that's when I started thinking, like, maybe he wanted Michonne to help him.
Help him out.
To go, a suicide mission with him, and the only way he can get her to do that is if she was caught in the crosshairs, she had to defend herself.
Yeah, that's a pretty good theory. I just think that he got to the point where it's like, you know what? No, just go.
Yeah.
This is not your fight. This is my fight.
Though when that happened, I was like, yeah, thank God. I really wanted her to go back.
Yeah, that's true. She fits. She's now fitting with the group.
Yep.
And so that's kind of her spot. So.
And you can tell that because Rick was so torn.
Exactly.
Do I save these people or do I let one of our people go?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that she's going to be in the last battle.
Yes.
It's going to be good.
Slicing heads off.
Oh, man. It's going to be... I mean, I see her like as a stealth going through like the woods almost. You know what I mean? They can't put a finger on her where she's at, so she's just chopping people up.
Exactly.
It's going to be bloody. We all know that.
Yep. Well, I thought, speaking of Michonne, I thought her scenes with Merle were just really strong.
Yeah.
The scene where he tied her up to the post and he starts the car up and the alarm goes off. That's one of the things I want to talk about the car alarm scene. But hold that, shelve it. But every scene they were in together, that was just really well done. There was you could really feel there was real intense but you could tell there was real that moral, like I said at the beginning, moral dilemma.
Yeah.
Between with Merle trying to figure out is what I'm doing right or wrong and stuff. The car alarm scene was so good because it goes back to a Ruiners episode where we were talking about real world problems.
Yeah.
Car alarm goes off. Here come all the zombies.
Yep, exactly.
We were talking about the baby starts crying.
Yep.
Here come the zombies. Mm-hmm. This is the kind of stuff that would have happened in in a real world situation.
Definitely.
But it was really cool how they were just pouring out.
Yeah. And that was awesome. And it was cool how, you knew they were going to make it through.
Yeah.
but it was very intense. She was tied up.
Yeah.
Merle comes last minute, shoots the zombie. You know, this and that. She gets loose. Whatever. They get in the car. They go. But I did love that scene a lot.
Yeah.
Merle's just such a great actor. Michael Rooker.
Yep.
Great actor. Underrated, but I don't think he will be anymore.
No.
Because he was more than just the hick, especially in this episode.
Yeah.
Showed a little heart. Showed that he wanted to fight for Rick.
Mm-hmm.
He did want to fight, but he was fighting it. You know what I mean? So him and Rick were two opposing forces that, you know, really wouldn't have lasted together, I don't think. But him and Michonne, like you were saying, their scenes together were awesome. And I love the fact that Michonne's gotten 2 really highlighted episodes.
Yeah.
Where she's been able to, where she's been able to shine.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was I really enjoyed watching her on screen.
You know, obviously this next episode is going to just be the ensemble cast again.
Yeah.
But it goes, we've been talking about this. Let's highlight 2 or 3 characters at a time. Just here, let's do this, let's do that. And so you have a Merle and Daryl scene, and then you have a Merle and Michonne scene, and Rick, you know, with Carl or whatever. And that really does push the show. I mean, it really helps. And that's all they focus on, or mostly what they focus on in an episode.
Yep.
But after that, after the car alarm scene, and he sends Michonne away, him just, you know, getting kind of drunk a little bit, drinking his booze, and then just cranking the radio up, and how he was luring in. I mean, it was just really well done. That's why I gave it such a high rating, because it was like every scene was really good.
Yeah.
And of course, the way it ended, I mean, you're like, ripped your heart out. You're like,
yeah.
So
well,
good,
let's get into the way it ended. Yeah. Merle shows up at, I guess they're outside Woodbury. Yeah. And the car comes in.
Yeah, the silos and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so he's waiting out in the in like the little shed, the little barn area or whatever. And the car comes in, and Martinez and his guys go over there. So Merle's waiting with this gun, and he picks off 3 or 4 or 5 maybe. You know, I knew he wasn't going to get the governor right there, but that was like a really that was a white knuckle moment for me where I was like, oh man. And then the guy steps in front, and Merle shoots him in the head. Yeah. But I did love that. One thing I wanted to get into was, we were saying last week, the governor is getting to be full Heisenberg, as we call it. I think he's full on Heisenberg now. He's full governor. He bit off Merle's fingers. He spit him. He threw him or whatever. Yeah. And I mean, that was just like, okay, that's the sick and twisted governor in the book. Yeah. And I know I refer a lot back to the book because I love the book so much. But that's the governor I've been waiting for. That's exactly it. And another thing I brought up to you before the show, so you'd be ready, is I loved the fact that the governor didn't put one in Merle's head.
Yep.
He shot him in the chest and let him die that way, so that he would turn, and in hopes that Rick's group or even Daryl would come and find him as a zombie, which in the end did happen.
Which is really, that's what happened, and it really set up just one of the best single scenes of the whole season. Yeah. Daryl sees him, breaks down, loses it, and then he has to kill his brother.
Yep.
I mean, violently kill his brother.
Violently, yeah. He stabbed him like 6 or 7 times.
I mean, it was a violent zombie kill.
You know what I loved was, I knew it was Merle right then. You see that kind of the side of his body. It just looked very Merle to me. When he looks up and the camera focuses in on his eyes, and you just see that it's not Merle anymore. Yeah. And then you see Merle looked great as a zombie.
Pretty quick turn.
That's what I said. I was like, that was really fast.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm with you. It was
I see some boobs over there.
Yeah.
Jamie's. So anyway, okay, so I have a question for you. Since Daryl freaked out at the end, how do you think Daryl's attitude is going to change for the next episode? Is it going to be, I mean, they asked us on The Talking Dead after. Is he going to be closed off and reserved? Is he going to be pissed? Is he going to be...
I think he's going to be totally insane. Okay. I think he's going to just wreck house.
And is that going to lead to Daryl's demise?
No. I don't think. I think Daryl lives through the season.
Okay.
But I definitely think he just goes crazy, just bloodthirsty, and wants revenge. He wants to find the governor. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the one that winds up killing the governor.
Really?
I think everybody kind of wants Rick to kill the governor because Rick's the leader, governor's the leader.
I have a theory.
But I want to hear it. So but I wouldn't. I think he's just going to go insane. I don't think he's going to close off, and he's going to go on a whatever, a vision quest or anything like that.
I'm pulling up our YouTube page. That's not the one I want.
But yeah, I think that that definitely is going to go down.
our YouTube fan who has liked all of our stuff, and he's commented. Last week we had the predictions: who was going to live, who was going to die. So Mr. Black Ops Beastify didn't think Merle was going to die.
Okay.
He thought he was going to become a dear part of the group. I don't know if you saw that comment.
No.
And then when he did die eventually, it was going to be a very sad death. And I just want to say, you were wrong. We were right.
But thanks for commenting on our stuff. you just totally.
I just ripped you in front of 5 people.
Yeah. Appreciate the fan.
Yeah, so that's your shout out, Mr. Black Ops Beastify. So thanks for watching.
Keep commenting because we like
keep
it.
Commenting. Just another quick question I had. This is playing in the background.
Well, I had a couple too.
Oh, yeah, okay, go for it.
Well, okay. Going back to Ghost Lori.
Okay.
Because I have 2 Lori comments.
Okay.
Ghost Lori. So do you think the show, the director, whatever, they're going to use Ghost Lori as Rick's conscience? Because that's kind of how she appeared. She shows up. He looks up and he's like, "You're not real." And then that's kind of when he had the self-revelation of, okay, I shouldn't do this to Michonne. Okay. So is that kind of like the Jiminy Cricket, of the show? I'm with you. I'm not a big fan of the Ghost Lori thing.
Yeah. I just don't know how it's going to play in the final battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is Rick going to be going for it and then, oh, there's my wife.
And then bam,
get a shot in the neck or something.
Then he gets his hand cut off.
Maybe with a lawnmower.
I don't know.
No, I just don't see how it fits. That's my only problem with it.
Okay. My second theory, it's a question. I don't know if it's a theory. We don't see Lori's body after she dies.
Yeah.
Okay. If you go back and watch the scene when Glenn goes and gets the ring off of the zombie.
Yeah. That
ring looks pretty familiar. It looks real similar to Lori's ring. Is that zombie Lori? I was like, I'm not kidding. I was like, wait a minute.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I'll have to go back and watch. I think Mike's saying no.
Okay, that's a real far-fetched theory.
That is, but that would be an awesome time.
Wouldn't that be crazy
if somehow she got out, or maybe so who went back to kill her? Carl did. What if he just let her out?
What if? Yeah, when he didn't do anything. He said he shot her.
Yeah.
Did he shoot her in the head? Did he shoot her in the
Yeah.
But the body's not there.
It's a good theory. I actually really like that. I don't think it was,
scene.
But yeah.
Okay, then there's a scene where the zombie's all full and Rick's digging. Remember that whole deal? That was disgusting.
Yeah.
So you're assuming the zombie ate Lori.
Yeah.
That was the assumption that you made. The zombie, I don't know, because when you're zombified, you don't look like you.
Yeah.
But the zombie had long hair, about her height.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna rewatch the tape on that one.
Yeah, you don't see the front of the zombie, so you don't see if there was like the whole birth C-section
deal. Yeah, okay.
And so I don't know, man.
That's actually a really good theory. I really like that.
That was the thought.
I like that. That's good.
So
cool. Well, yeah, it was a great episode.
Yeah, really good.
So I really look forward to next Sunday. Like, I'm really excited about it.
Is it a regular? Is it a longer one, or is it?
I don't know if it's a longer one.
I don't think it is.
I really hope it is, but I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I want to bring this up.
Good.
Andrea wasn't really. She was mentioned a little bit. Not really. There was no governor. There was no Milton. Well, there's a little bit of the governor at the end, but. What do you think Andrea's role in the final battle is going to be? For our last topic.
Okay, well, I don't know what it is, but if she's the one that winds up killing the governor,
that's what I was going to get to.
I will. That would make me very upset.
Yeah, same here.
And on the same hand, if she does wind up killing the governor, it better be a brutal, crazy, insane. Like she pushes him into a pit of zombies or something crazy. Mm-hmm. I mean. Because
is Milton going to be the one?
I know. There's all these different things. I think the fans, by and large, would want Rick to do it, like we said earlier. But I can see Daryl doing it.
Yeah,
because he's really.
Well, there's a lot of bad blood with a lot of different people: Michonne, Andrea, Milton, Daryl, even Rick.
Yeah,
everyone at the prison. Carl.
It just has to be a really brutal.
It does.
Death.
It does.
That's just the bottom line.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to doing our show and talking about it and getting crazy about it. So
I'm with you.
Cool. All right, YouTube, thanks for watching. Share this video with your friends, por favor. And thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm your host, Rob Knob. That's Eric Leach. Ruin someone's life. And get a Fu Manchu.